Market recap for Wednesday, 29th of October 2025. I um today I can't believe what I've done, right? I genuinely ultimately just fucked up. As simple as that. I fucked up hard, right? I'm gonna explain why, how, and normally I don't get the news days wrong, right? FOMC, whatever, CPI, NFP, whatever, I tend to get them right. And I did get this one right. It's just, I don't know what the fuck was happening in my head. Like, I was brain dead, basically, right? I woke up earlier and then somehow I went back to sleep and then I woke up literally as this drop is happening, right? So I have one account that's literally going to be, I don't know, it was like $400 from passing or some shit, right? So I know this drop was gonna keep dropping, so I didn't mind. I just entered like two MNQs right on the order block and just wanted to drop slightly lower, maybe even tap this liquidity, right? The problem is when it offered me like as much as I was like, okay, that's enough, I went it and pushed it, and then I just went into this habit of okay, I'm pushing buttons. I'm closing a little bit of profit. All right, let me buy it now. Blah, blah, blah. Like basically, I was just gambling. I was just pressing buttons to press buttons. Once it went and done this, blah blah blah, and I'm just out here in these little gaps, buying, nope, selling. Oh, it hit the OTE here. No, so it could go down. It's unfinished business, right? We still have this liquidity, blah blah blah. It was a mess. It was pure gambling. It was chaos, right? And I also did not have my PD arrays that I'm interested plotted on the chart, which is insane. As I was just trading on pure vibes. Okay, that's whatever, right? The mistake I did is I go into my XFAs as well and do the same thing while I'm doing that on my bullshit combine I don't care about. I'm doing that on the XFAs, bro. Oh my god. Why? Why? I keep doing this shit. I keep for some reason like because I know where the drawn liquidity is. I can see these highs. I'm like, alright, that's the drawn liquidity. So I'm buying, but then I'm like, okay, wait, that's not enough profit. So let me put more risk. But then now I'm scrunching my stop loss. Get staking, get staking, get staking, get staking. Then I'm like, you know what? I'll leave a wide one to just go up there to just reclaiming a bit of losses. And then I don't and I don't. And I'm like, bro, I was just pressing buttons to press buttons. I just basically, I don't know what the hell that happened, and there's no excuse for it. And there's no way I've learned, right? There's no way I'm just gonna wake up and just jump on the charts instantly because I swear to God, I jumped on the charts 30 seconds after like waking up. Like there was nothing, right? My brain wasn't even on, right? I was just pressing buttons for like no consequences, basically, just pressing to press. It was so stupid. I can't do that shit again. Thankfully, I didn't blow the XFAs, but I'm in deep drawdown for no reason. No reason. And there is no more chances for me to fuck up again, right? Otherwise, they're gone. And so I need to take this seriously, right? Like from today, seriously, I need to lock in, right? And I know like trading got boring to me. It's easy, whatever, right? And if I just took today seriously, I would have got this whole move if I just took it seriously. But no, no, no. I'm being stupid and I don't know. I felt like this was coming. I low-key deserved, right? I deserved this lesson, right? Think about this. My one of the combines closed from like 300 from passing or 400, some bullshit like that, and I blow it. Mine is like what 2.5k or some shit like that. That's insane. What? I've never, even in my worst days, I never had a losing day like that ever. Ever. That's just literally, I was pure gambling. I was pressing the button. It's going up. Oh, press up. Oh, it's going down. I'm selling. Like what? It was pure like. Even on demo, I wouldn't do that shit. Like it was bad. I don't know what was going on. My brain cells was just not working at that time, and I deserve to lose that because this was brilliant, right? Because for the past few days, I'm waking up late. I'm just trying to catch the move after it happens because I wasn't awake at the time for it. Blah blah blah, bro. Since they changed the time in the UK, but my like sleeping pattern's been messed up for some reason. It's dog shit. Anyway, enough yapping about what I've done. Let's get to the market recap and what 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 was this basically about, right? What was the trade? What was I even looking into like before I'd done the bullshit and what I should have done, right? So that's annoying. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can get it back, and I don't need to fuck up again, right? I don't need to fuck up again, and I'm not gonna fuck up again, and I shouldn't fuck up again. Alright. Anyway, I'm only gonna trade my model now. Not as long as we're on all time high. I'm only gonna trade my model. On the what do you call it, XFAs. I keep saying that I'm gonna do that, but I keep not doing it. But like seriously, this hit home, right? Like, stop fucking around. And unless it's your model, you trade the XFAs. If it's not your model, you stay away. Simple as that. Okay. So as you can see, like when we started Sunday, we just kept going up. So I have all the liquidity marked up, right? In the essentially like the importance and whatever is colored, right? So I know what liquidity we have, and if we're ever gonna zoom down, I know where to look for, and then look for the PD arrays, right? So last time we went on a discount, right? Discount where we actually made a low that is significant is on Tuesday, right? So Tuesday low here is like the CE of this fair value gap. I wouldn't really count a discount, but hey, it got to a discount PD array and then went higher. So going from that low to that high before this now just happened. And if we put discount, we're just gonna do like just simple continuation model for me. So the rule is discount, then liquidity, then PD array. So what do we have as PD array here? We can have for our fair value group, and we need to wait. We don't enter, we just see the reaction, right? So first thing is, let's just check the 0.75. That's above the liquidity. So we're looking at 2 points, this and this, right? For this fair value gap. Right, so let's drop down to the low time frame. So this, which normally is a two-stage delivery, right? It's a two-stage delivery with FOMC. So like this would do something, and then this would do something, manipulation, whatever, and then it should end around here, which it does actually. So I'll just whatever, man, whatever. Mistakes happen. Okay, so that's my, it should be blue. Alright. See, I didn't even look at regular trading. I didn't look at anything today. It's insanity. Bro, this is so obvious then. Whatever. Anyway, we have our manipulation of the FOMC. Like this whole time, it's getting people, oh, we're going up, going down, and we actually have the manipulation. So that's cool. This manipulation down is expected. Although I did expect it to be a bit lower, because like how much liquidity we left behind, it just says how bullish this market is, right? Currently. So now green line, discount, then blue here is liquidity. Then we have the first PD array. Do we have really a reaction like that? Normally I'm hunting on like the 15-second to like really look. And okay, we hit it, we go up, but nothing is telling me, okay, we're changing, so I'm gonna have to wait. Alright, this hits it more to like the tick, and I'm like, maybe I would have took a smaller entry just in case, right? Because discount, liquidity, PD array, right? And it hits it basically to the tick, and that to me looks like a candidate for reversal right there. However, I know I can't go full position because there's no inversion, nothing, and I might not take it. I'm just saying in case, like, oh, I felt aggressive and like my mistake, whatever. Then we can see clearly that I don't care about it and it wants to go lower, right? And I know me for a fact, right? For these days, right? When the manipulation for like news days, look for the lower liquidity. Don't look for the first one next to discount, because now it has volatility. It could just go lower. It doesn't need to stop here. Other days, let's say this was just a normal day, more likely it'll stop here and then go higher. Then we have our lunch low for yesterday. So this is the PM low for yesterday, the lunch low. So it goes down, right? So here I'm already in a short, right? I'm catching this and I'm waiting and I'm wanting it for just to go to here. However, I don't have my PD arrays plotted in the chart, so I wouldn't know if it hits the liquidity then PD array, would I? Okay, so now we do the same thing. What can we find for PD arrays under the yellow? So I should have like this marked as, if it keeps going lower, then I'll mark stuff lower. What do we have? Do we have a fair value gap? No, but we have a big ass wick. So, right, we're gonna mark it. The closest thing is, boom, upper quadrant. So I'd have like upper quadrant and midpoint marked, and then I think after that it'd be too far for it to reverse, for it to make sense, right? The PD area has to be close to the liquidity. As you can see, it hits it to the what? To the tick. I mean, basically to the tick. I'm not sure if it's to the tick, but that's good enough for me. That's how I would expect it for it to hit, right? To hit it and offer with just thingy, and it's not willing to go below. And then now with that going up, or like me finding this tick, then I'll also probably, right, think of entering, if I didn't already, like a low risk entry here, and then seeing if it confirms to me and add. Once it does this and makes this 15-second gap inversing these two, this anywhere in this gap is my entry. Stop loss still below this low, but anywhere below this gap is still my entry. So on the MNQ, right, just seeing how volatile it is, right? Let's say I even get my average right here, full risk for the day. Well, I could go full risk for the day. It's like maybe 400, right? I wouldn't mind 200 average, because like I'd buy somewhere here and then buy somewhere here, right? Where's the TP? Obvious TP here. Isn't that enough? Isn't that a good trade? Isn't that following my model? Isn't that like yesterday when my model was there as well and I just didn't? Listen, new days come, right? I need to stop fucking up. That's my main point. I got a perfect model for any market condition, right? I just need to follow it and not trade or not touch thingy. However, this is my first day in like a while where I actually emotionally trade, right? Normally I don't do that, and this is my first time in a while, right? And it's a big reminder that hits home on why I made the stuff that I made and my models and etc., right? So here you go. And also I'm guessing the AM high or whatever, if I want to extend one more, just see gauge, right? Like it would have offered enough, right? And I always, regardless if I'm profitable or unprofitable at the time, catch the news ones. They're so simple, they make sense, and like and I don't know, it's easy to understand. However, I don't know why, for some reason I was trying to even fiddle with the lower time frame gaps, right? Why am I even bothering to fiddle with these low time frame gaps when this is how news runs anyway? It runs sometimes just straight, or sometimes it does this, so it makes sure everybody's out, then goes for it. And I know this, so I don't know why was my brain just not working. It was like this, bro. So now no trading when I'm just waking up, right? So I have to wake up early, I have to prepare, I have to set out my expectations, and then where would my model be? And if I don't get that, then there is genuinely no trade. Okay, if I miss it slightly, let's say I missed it here, right? Missed this entry, then I found it out, then I got one more entry and it has to be discount, right? So once we reach discount, I'm looking for any PD array that here. Okay, I don't see anything. 30-second. No. So honestly, discount, I'm just gonna look at a reaction at like the lower time frame, because it doesn't really matter what I'm entering on, because the whole motion is there, right? There's like this older block, right? The main, this propulsion block, I guess. So I'm just gonna look at the mean threshold of it right there. So it goes to the mean threshold of it. So and then I'm gonna see the reaction, and if not, then maybe like enter like 1, right? 1 stop loss could be wider, right? Somewhere like here, because it shouldn't go there. And then again, same thing with the TP, right? Okay, I do get a lower day, right? Or if I wanted to feel risky, it's still within my risk parameters, right? That it should not go. So if I'm feeling too confident, hey, same thing. That's enough. And I don't know why my account was not limited to 2 MNQ and it was at 5. I don't know why. And then I'll notice when that shit's been changed, I can fuck up, right? Can fuck up because like, oh, it's kind of real money now, so like, you know what I'm saying, I just tend to just fuck up, right? That in itself, right? I normally wait for the 1 minute candle to end, so that 1 minute candle went all the way up, more likely giving me what I want for the day is the 750 for the day. I'm good, right? 2 750s for the week, it should be my goal, right? Should be, that's what I say. But I keep trying to like fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, right? Shit happens. It's not the end of the world, right? Even if I somehow lose the accounts, right? Which is possible. Like, that's me just spiraling out. It's fine. Shit happens. We go back again. It is what it is. But damn, this right now is genuinely my chance, right? To fix up, right? So far, like, October was running perfect until today. I basically fucked it up, and that doesn't mean I wouldn't get it back in like the next 2 days. There's like Thursday and Friday, basically, right? Because there will be trades. My model will be there, hopefully, and that doesn't mean I can't like neutralize whatever. But like my progress of me, I don't know. I felt like because I kept winning, I didn't like losing, and then when I realized I fucked up, I was just trying to get it back as soon as possible, like right now, type of thing. And that got to me, right? That got to me. Anyway, as you can see, this market was easy today, right? The liquidity, the PD array, and then basically right there, here, the change in state of delivery, right? That could be one entry on the 1 minute. Let's have a look at ES. A bunch of mess here. Right, ES goes to the same liquidity up there, so I could have been waiting for ES to tag that liquidity before, you know. ES actually goes down to where I've liked it to go, right? Deep liquidity that I was looking at, right? That should be a sign that, hey, maybe you're wrong, right? Maybe NQ is not gonna go down as much as you want it to go down, right? However, ES is going to. And I knew ES was the weaker one from like Asia today, right? I knew ES because there was a possible short here, keeping this at bay, right? And then dropping down. And even in the morning, well, like what I wrote, before like any of this, I said what's gonna happen is from like 9:30 to like whatever, right? The start of the New York, if we don't have the higher day at like London, right? Because we come and sweep it here. We're gonna just start trickling down. I expected us to trickle a bit more down than this, right? So somewhere here, then and then use the first like 1-2 is gonna go up, take the liquidity from the people that like, you know, early shorts, and then it's gonna go down, then gonna go up, right? All of this is expected, right? It's just I just pushed the target down a bit more because I didn't look at ES. I didn't have anything marked. On NQ, I just didn't have anything marked. My chart was kind of empty. And why the fuck would I trade on a chart that's empty if I don't know even the levels right now? It's and I just kept pressing the button up and down, up and down, up and down. What the fuck is wrong with me, bro? Fuck was wrong with me today? I'm so confused at myself, right? And from this day, bro, if I'm gonna jump on the chart, bro, I need to treat it very, very, very seriously, right? Serious as fuck. I need to be awake at least a half an hour before. I need to mark and think of everything that's possible, and I need to make sure my risk and the leverage of everything is right? My maximum risk. And if I get to it, there is nothing called increasing like, oh, the maximum stop loss. No. Like I reach that, it locks my account. Simple as that. Okay? That's enough yapping. Honestly, the disappointment is what hurts right now. That's the thing. And like I said, it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna be too harsh on myself, right? It is what it is. Shit happens, but well, losing like what throughout this week, what that's like 1,000 on the XFAs. That's insane, right? And on the funded, I mean not the combine, there was one like 300-400 from passing, and I go and drop 2.5k gone. The fuck is wrong with me? Okay, what the fuck is wrong with me? Straight up, that's all I'm gonna say. And the only reason, right, this liquidity didn't, because it was unfinished business, right? We didn't have a body actually below it, right? I didn't lie that, and that meant we could come back to it. And however, it's where the gap is, right? So like I really should have stuff marked, right? I really should have stuff marked, because you'll find most of the time there's that 15-minute unfilled gap very far away, right? You see these two, that's where the news manipulation tends to end to after going below all sell side. And if that goes and marks, alright, let me shut up, bro. It is what it is. Alright, now I'm going to develop my second model, which is the final hour macro properly. And honestly, these are the only two things to trade, even on the combine, right? Because that's what I was doing wrong, right? The combine, I got into the habit of, yo, I can trade whatever I think. I could do this, yeah, I can trade it. It can do that, yeah, I can trade it, because it's the combine. But what I noticed is that habit started building up, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this is too good, let me trade it on the XFA. And that's exactly what got me to here today. So only thing I want to, I'm not even on paper, right? It's building a habit. Me thinking, oh, I can tape read it, right? But it won't happen even on paper. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say, until there's a developed model with rules, back testing, and everything. Okay, peace out, man.